webinar session. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me? Okay, Gert, Pietro, Lawrence, they're typing me some messages there. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, Pietro. Lawrence here. Thank you so much. Gert, thank you. Lawrence, thank you. Okay. Sure. Okay, we'll put that one on silence. We're never gonna answer. Okay, guys. Okay. What are the challenges that you are currently facing? Right now, I have the US dollar Swiss franc trade that I'm looking at. I think this trade is actually gonna, come down to this line here. Let me make this line black. I spoke to a colleague of mine suggesting this as a possible shot. I think we are going to be coming down to this 0.99600. If we manage to break below, we're coming down to 0.99400. I think this is a short on the US dollar Swiss franc. I understand that the US dollar has been strengthening for quite a bit. But I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking maybe this is a shot. I think it is a shot. I like it. I think very soon this is going to be like reaching that black line that I have there at the bottom. I don't know how long it will take, but I think that's where it's going. If you are a guy that's looking maybe for a short-term trade or just to try out something on forex, maybe that's a trade that you can actually look at. After that, we're going to have another. We're going to have a look at another trade. It was actually sent by one of the students. The name is Odin. She's not here today. She's not here, but she sent me something this morning asking me what my thoughts are. I sent her back my short answer explaining my thinking on the, on that trade. The trade she sent me, let me see if I cannot put it up here. Let me see if I cannot put it up here. Okay. Sure, I can't. I can't. Okay, this is the trade that she sent me. It's a CAD JPY. CAD JPY. It's a 2,500 pips plan. I'm looking at that trade and I will explain to you what I think. I think it's not. It's not going to be going down as yet. I think it's still going to move higher because I'm looking at this area here around 82,500. This zone. This is where it's coming down to now. This zone from here, I expect to see buyers coming in and pushing it up. So when trading this one, you must be very careful. I know this one does not have the mini, so it's not for us. I was just showing you what she sent me. So hi Spusiso. Marubini, you're looking at IMP. So those are the trades I'm looking at right now. That JPY, I don't think that it's a very good trade really at the moment. But I mean, according to this, it shows that it's going to come down and bounce up. So we'll watch and see how far it goes. Okay, Marubini, you want us to have a look at Impala? Why Impala? Is there any specific reason why you'd like us to have a look at Impala, Marubini? Okay, let's check. Let's check, guys. Let's check what you're gonna get. Okay. We spoke about this one a couple of weeks ago. We said that we're expecting the stock to go up towards 24, from 24, 23.50 to 24. We should start attracting some sellers, and that actually happened, and the price came down to 18. We're looking at 18. Right now, the stock hasn't really broken below 18 yet. We haven't had any weekly close below 18. But the setup that I see here it doesn't make me very happy. I think that you're going to see the stock coming down a bit. I'm looking at a break below 18. Once we've broken below 18, we could go a little bit lower. Let me see if I cannot get more data on this before I make such a call and make a fool of myself here if this thing doesn't actually come down. Okay, we don't have enough data on our trading platform, so I guess we'll just go with the with the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, if you're analyzing there, let's mark those turning points there. Let me show you using the line chart. There is your there was your support, but now the price is trading below this area, so this has turned into resistance. So that area is now our resistance. We are looking at that area as our area of resistance right now. Okay, let's look at that. These are our turning points. We are looking at 2018. Okay, let's go back to our candles. Okay, let me mark this one black. That line there on 1897 or around 19 is very important. All of them are important, but this one is more important. We need to watch when is the last day this week. That's on Friday, obviously. That part I know, but I just want the exact date. Okay, it's in 2 days. It's in 2 days time. It's on Friday. End of business on Friday. You must check where Impala closes. If it closes below 1897 or 19 bucks on Friday, that's gonna attract more sellers to come in and push the stock lower. So we are gonna break below 18, maybe come down to 17, 16 levels. Yeah, the problem is that I don't have enough data. My data here is very limited, but looking at the current setup, I think my call there of expecting this to close below 18 bucks, of this stock closing below 19 bucks on Friday and going lower, I think they are much higher. So if you close below 1897 or 19 bucks, you can expect the buyers to come in, perhaps push the price up towards that 19 area. Around 19, there will be sellers coming in. But you must get the confirmation from your price action. If you get a confirmation there showing you that the price is now starting to come down, the close below the daily time frame on your charts, close below the hourly, then you can use that as an opportunity to go in and take a shot on Impala. I'm not positive on Impala right now. I've always said that every time Impala goes to 23, 24 zone, you should use that as an opportunity to do what? To sell, because it has been declining for so many months. Let's go back to our monthly chart. I just want to show you how it looks there. Look at our monthly chart. We are trading below our simple moving average. We've been going down the whole time. Every month we've just been declining. I know that there is a couple of positive months in between there. I understand that part, but I'm just not happy about this. It's just bad. I don't like it. So I expect to see a little bit of a slide on this one. Let's just keep an eye on it and see what it does next. But I'm not happy about it. I think it's a short. Anyone with a different view who thinks that maybe I'm not making enough sense, or maybe they just don't agree with what I'm saying, you're welcome to air your views and let me know what you think. Oh, Kara, you're saying that there's no sound on your side. Please check your sound settings on your computer. If you're using a laptop, please check those sound settings. It could be that maybe you are on zero volume. Okay, check IMP afternoon. Yes, I'm on the trade. Okay, Marubuni, you're on the trade. Which side? Are you buying or selling? Which side, my brother? You are buying. Okay, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it quickly. Let's look at the monthly. We are just looking for the simple moving average there. Forget support for now. Let's look at the monthly. What is the monthly saying to you? Please tell me, what is the monthly saying? Marubini, I'm talking to you, big guy. Okay, Marubini. I'm waiting for you, Marubini. Just tell me whether you're buying or selling. That's it. That's all I'm looking for from you. Please don't write me a long story. Just want to know whether you're buying or selling. Okay, guys. To those of you that are in attendance, what do you think we should be buying on Impala based on the setup that we see right now? Just send me a sell or a buy. That's it. I'm not looking for a whole long story here. Okay, guys, thank you so much. You're saying that it's a short, it's a sell on the monthly. Okay, it's fine. Let's go to these are your ticks. I mean your tick boxes that you need to look at when going into a trade. Let's look at the weekly time frame. What is the weekly time frame saying to you? Is it saying to you buy or sell? We're on the monthly. Okay, so okay, it's also saying sell. Now let's go to the daily time frame. The daily time frame. What is the daily time frame telling us? The daily time frame is on a sell. Thank you, Spusiso. Daily time frame is on a sell. Okay, now let's go to our hourly time our hourly time frame. Hourly time frames on a sell also. We are below the hourly the hourly moving average here. We are trading below, so really there's no reason for anyone to go in and buy this one, unless if you are a speculator, expecting the price to get a bit of a bounce. If there's no bounce here, there's no reason for you to waste your money going into this trade, taking a long. It doesn't make any sense at all. You should be on the selling side on this trade. I understand that we had We had some support around 19 bucks, but look, the stock had always been trading below the simple moving average on the hourly time frame, and it hasn't actually broken above. It's down, so there's no reason for you to go in there and take a long. There's no reason. It's going down. Okay, guys, do you have any other stock? Who's new in our trading analysis? Who doesn't understand what you are doing here? So that I can just give you a bit of a background on what we are doing here, what actually informs our decision when we say that stock is a buy or a sell. If you don't understand, please let me know so that we can go there. Otherwise, give me a stock that we can look at. MTN and famous brands. I think FBR is famous brands, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not actually used to ticker codes these days. FBR. Oh, FBR looks very interesting. Okay, that's your FBR there. FBR. Okay, let's check. First quarter in 2018, we did very well. We're up 8.3%. Second quarter to the year 2018, we're flat. We're only up 26 basis points. Quarter to date, we are up 1.61%. Let's do the first 6 months. First 6 months into 2018, 9.46%. Second half, 2.24%. Quarter to date. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this here. Okay, that area there is very important on famous brands or FBR. We closed the first half of 2018. That bar is for 6 months. We closed at 113.29, 113.29, and the market hasn't really taken out 14.39. Oh, sorry, 113.29. Let me see where we are right now. The close right now is at 113.50. 113.50. Now let's go back to our sorry, I didn't check the moving average there on the monthly time frame. Let's check it. Okay, 113.34. There's still some serious support, although we are trading above our simple moving average. Check what the price did. It came down in July. It just touched the simple moving average there. From there, it started moving up again. So let us go to the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, we're also trading above the simple moving average there. And the price, the stock seems to be, putting out a base here. It seems to be putting out a base, which is good. I like that. More especially if you're a long-term investor. If you're a short-term investor, this is a little bit dicey. In my view, it's a little bit dicey. I wouldn't just go in there blindly and buy this one. More especially if I'm looking to capture some short-term movements. Okay, let's check this. Okay, we are very close to this resistance here. 113.34 is some resistance, and 115 also is another layer of resistance. So we are trading the stock between 110.50, or you can call it 110 if you like, and 115. We haven't actually broken either of those bands that we have there. We are boxed within that band of 115 and 110. So every time the price comes down to 110, people buy it and push it up to 115. It gets to 115, sellers come in and push it down to 110. So we haven't really, the stock hasn't really or the investors haven't really decided where they want to take the stock. So there isn't enough strength from the buying side to take it through 115, and there isn't enough selling strength from the sellers to push it down below 110 and give us a decisive direction on this one. It's just been playing around for a while, but let's hope that at some point they are going to make up their minds. But I mean, as traders, you need to have a look at 115 and 110.50 or 110. Those are the levels you need to look at. If the stock stays above those levels, then well, I mean, above 110, 110.50, it's good. You can go in and take a long. If you get a break above 115, it's up to you. You can decide whether you go in and buy more above 115. Right now, it's stuck in consolidation. There's nothing that we can do there really other than trading that range. Are you guys happy with that? Do you have more questions to ask? Please let me know. Okay, let's do this. 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 Yeah, as long as we are above that zone, yeah, I think we are looking good for a buy. I think what you should do here, Pietro, I think you should wait. Wait for because I mean the stock is looking like it's in a bullish trend. It's just been consolidating since the beginning of June to date. So this is what I think you need to do. You need to wait for the price to get to 115. When it gets to 115, sellers push it down. You should expect to buy around 110.50, 109.50 in that zone. That is a buy zone in my view. You can buy there expecting the price to push up to 115. If you get any daily close above 115, you can use that as an opportunity to go in and start initiating some longs there. That's what I think you should do. In the middle of the band, or in the middle of the zone there, suggest to just stay out and watch it. Just write those levels down. They will help you. Okay, the next one you suggested is MTN. Okay, let's check here. Okay, let's look at MTN. MTN. Let's start from okay. Let's check the past 6 months. The first half of 2018. How did we do in the first half of 2018? We didn't do very well. The stock went down 20.6%. We did not do very well there. We came down and buyers, well, I mean, buyers in July, they tried to push the stock up towards, what was that high? I'll tell you now. The high was 113.50. Sellers came in and started selling. Let me show you why this was sold off when it tried to bounce. Because I mean, they weren't supposed to sell it, to buy it in the first place, in my view. I think buying this was very, 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 very irresponsible of whoever decided to go in and buy this. I'm sorry to say that, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I have those two levels, the levels that I've just marked there. I'm looking at 114.36 and 108.20. That is our sell zone right now. Sell zone 114.36 and 108.20. This is on a 6 months chart. That's what I'm looking at. Those are the levels I'm looking at there. We are below our simple moving average, although it's not so important on the 6 months chart. Let's have a look at the monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, we are below the simple moving average there on the monthly time frame, which means we should still slide on this one. The month of June, we're down 5.76%, or very close to 6%. We're down, so it doesn't make sense to go in and buy this one. Below the simple moving average, let's look at the weekly time frame. We are below the simple moving average. The price went up. It touched the simple moving average there within our sell zone, and sellers came in. They pushed the stock lower. So if you're a seller, you are on the right side of this market. I'm happy for you. Okay, the daily time frame, it looks a little bit iffy if you look at it. We haven't really taken out 108.20 clearly to suggest that maybe we should go in and buy, but we had this nice engulfing bullish engulfing bar yesterday, but I mean there's no follow through today. Clearly you can see that sellers, the buyers are under pressure. There's a lot of selling taking place. The stock is down 1.55% since our open this morning. So it's not a buy. Let's check what happens at the end of the trading session today. But that area there of 108.20 is very important. Just keep an eye out for it. Any positive close above that area could suggest that buyers are now starting to come in and buying this. But if we fail to close there, there's a good chance that we could get a little bit of a follow through, pushing the stock down to 104, even 100 bucks. It's possible. We may get that. Okay, let's check our hourly time frame. Our hourly time frame should be above. Okay, our hourly time frame it's not really above the simple moving average, but check what happened. Okay, first hour of trading yesterday, we had a positive bar trading above our daily simple moving average, and the price shot straight up to our a solid black line there around 108.20, and sellers came in pushing the price down. And first hour of trading today, we closed below the simple moving average, and the price has been coming down a bit. There's a little bit of a tussle there between the buyers and the sellers. Sellers are still in denial. They don't think that the stock is in a bearish trend. They don't expect to see MTN going lower than this. So that is why the price has been playing around this area without making any meaningful decline or rise. So we can expect maybe to see a close below the simple moving average at 1 on MTN. If that happens, we're going to get another shot down towards that 104.38, 104 area. If we get close below that, the next area that we should target is 102. 100. That's the area that I think we should target next, in my view, on MTN. So MTN, in my view, around 108.20, 108, I think MTN is a sell. That's my thinking there. I understand what you're talking about there, but this is what happens. This is why I always refer to third-party trade ideas every time when I'm talking to you. That trade idea came from our third-party guys, and they sent it out as a buy. They are actually speculating, thinking that there's going to be a bounce on MTN. I mean, in our sessions, we don't speculate. We follow what the market is doing. We do what the market is telling us. So right now, the market hasn't actually given us any reason to go in and take a long on this one. So that is why I'm thinking that MTN is still a short. Okay, so that's it I have on have for you on MTN. Let's now have a look at TKG or Telkom. Okay, TKG, let's look at the monthly time frame. Guys, please let me know what happened on the monthly time frame before I go back to my bigger time frames, quarterly and 6 months. Tell me what's happening on this one on the monthly time frame. I was supposed to be buying or selling this one. What are we supposed to be doing here, guys? Okay, we are supposed to be selling this one according to the monthly time frame because we are trading below our simple moving average. Although there's a little bit of support there, I'll show you where that support is. If you do your line chart, you see this turning point here is supposed to be your support. This turning point here, let me show you. This is the turning point I'm referring to, that one. I may still have to adjust it on my candlesticks. That's the level I'm looking at. That level is very important. Any break below 48, supported with a nice follow through there, I could see the stock coming much lower. I actually sent this out to my team a couple of weeks ago. I don't know whether it's 2 weeks or 1 week. I suggested that this one is still a short. I think that we should still see this going down. Let us now have a look at our first 6 months into 2018. Let's see what happened there. Oh, we've been holding some nice level there around 48. You see, this was the I mean the last half of 2017. First half of 2018. We are now in the second half of 2018, and the price has been trading nicely above that area. We haven't had any close below this area here since July last year. We haven't had any close below this area, so that area is very important. You must be very careful when trading this one. So about that. And another area I'm looking at 46 or 45.85. That area also is very important. Okay, now let's have a look at our weekly chart. Okay, 48, 46. There's a little bit of a range here. Every time the price gets here, there are people that are willing to buy TKG. Every time TKG gets there, buyers come in and push the price up. So sure, I don't know what's going to happen next. So it's important to watch 45.71 or 46 and 48. Look at that range there. Let's look at the daily. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, you see the price tried to go up here today above the simple moving average. It came down. We are still trading below the moving average. Although yesterday we had a nice bar up. Well, I mean, it was full of power. There was 677,000 shares bought yesterday. 6,777,000 shares bought there. And yeah, I think the best thing to do on this one is just wait, because the main trend on it is down. Let me check my weekly once more just to double check. If we do get an uptick here, I'm looking at the price getting to 49.77 or 50 bucks. Around there, I expect to see sellers coming back and shorting this one again. But I wouldn't go in here and take a long on TKG. I'd first want maybe to see a cross above the simple moving average before taking a long, which will suggest buyers are back in town. Let me check. Let me apply another indicator here just to satisfy myself. It's looking a little bit dicey around these levels here. It's very difficult to make a call. Let's check. Uh, 41. Okay. Sure. This one I can't touch. I'd rather wait maybe for the price to get to 49 50 bucks zone. 49 50 bucks zone. That's where I can actually go in and take a short on this one. Otherwise, if you go in now, you can expect maybe the price to give us a bit of an uptick towards that 50 zone. But I don't like it. I think there's more money on the short side on this one. If you want to be like extremely aggressive, you can try and take a long. Otherwise, I'm not happy with the longs here. I'm not happy. We may still get the price going up to 50 bucks before giving us another leg down, but I think it doesn't make sense to go in and take a long right now. I would rather wait for the price to get to 50. Then around 50, I can try my luck and go short because we want to flow with the main trend. We want to flow with the main trend. Okay, guys, do you have any other stocks or any instruments that we are looking at, whether currency pairs or or commodities? Yesterday we had a look at the Euro JPY. We looked at it. And we saw a bit of a sell-off from 131,800, 131,900 zone. There was a little bit of resistance, overhead resistance there, and sellers took advantage of that. They pushed the price down to 131,205 this morning. That's how far the price went down. Right now, it's still under a little bit of pressure because I mean the price is still 1,221. That's the last price. At some point, we are going to get buyers coming in and buying this stock, but right now, I don't, I don't want to be involved on the long side on this one up until I get some serious confirmation justifying why I should go long on Euro JPY. Okay, let's have a look at Roynets RLO. Let's check the first 6 months of the year 2018, see where we closed. First 6 months of 2018, the stock went up almost 13%, 12.9%. And quarter to date, we are up 3.12%. We have some nice support at this area here. 80 bucks or 80.27. We have a nice base there. The stock is well supported. I like that zone. I think we're going to have some nice follow through from here. I like it. It's looking good. Let's do our monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, we are above the simple moving average. We have been rising since the beginning of since October last year. The stock has just been rising, so that's good. It's had a very good run, and this month we are up. Month to date we are up 3.12%, which is good. The market came down to our support levels. It was beat up, buyers came in and pushed the price up. So I'm happy with that. Let's now have a look at our weekly time frame to see if we can get the same picture like the one we get from we're getting from the monthly. Sure. Okay, there is a possible double top formation here. Okay. Let's mark that area. Let's mark it red. Let's mark it red. That area is not good. I don't like it. I don't like that area there. That area is 85 or 85 or 84.99. Around that area, we may get sellers coming in and pushing the stock down. And check every time buyers try to push the stock up towards that 84.99 or 85 area, there are sellers willing to defend that area there. Although we are well supported above 80, 28, there's a good chance that we could get a reversal here very soon. Let me just check the yearly time frame. I just want to see how it looks like before I make any call on this one. Here to date, we are up 16%. That's good. This is our first close above. No, we haven't actually closed the year. I mean, the year is not over yet. So let me just mark that area there. Okay, I'll mark it with blue. We are above that area there. I am happy with that. The weekly is up. Is showing us. Okay. I think there's something interesting brewing here, guys. The price is up. If it does happen that we come down, I expect the price maybe to come down to 75 bucks, 76, 75 bucks. If we do come down, based on the double top formation that I see there. There's something interesting that I see here. I think we may have a bearish divergence taking place here, and I think we do. Okay, let me show you. You see this low here? This high. This high is lower than this high up here. But if you look at your RSI, the RSI says the opposite. Your RSI is not rising together with the price. The price is busy rising and the RSI is going down. That's a bearish. That thing is called a bearish divergence, where the price is disagreeing with the RSI, or the RSI is disagreeing with the price. It's not climbing together with the RSI. Look at that. RSI, negative divergence. The price is rising. RSI is refusing to rise in line with the price. See that? Prices rising. RSI is saying no. RSI is making lower lows when while the price is still making higher highs. The RSI is saying down. So around that zone here, we see a possible double top formation. I'm looking at 85, 84.99 area. That's where I think we may get the stock really coming down there. Really coming down, maybe back to 75 before another leg up again around 85. You can see that again on the hourly on the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, check that. The price is, it actually starts. This started in Feb 2018. The price has been climbing, and the RSI has just been going flat, not rising. So that's an early warning that the stock is likely to decline. So if you are long this one, I'd suggest that maybe you trade it cautiously. That 85 or 84.99 zone is very important. That's where I expect to see this market reversing and moving lower. Are you happy with that, Pietro? Are you long IRLO? What's on your mind? Yeah, you must be very careful around 85 area. There's a good chance that you could see the stock coming back down to 74 bucks. There's a good chance there. Okay. Around 84, 85 mark, yeah, around that area there. I think anytime when you get your, let me see, is it going to be your daily? Yeah, when you get your daily close below the simple moving average on the daily time frame, you can maybe use that as an opportunity to go in and start shorting. That's what I'm looking at there. Okay, let's now have a look at Woolworths. Sure, I liked Woolworths at the beginning of 2018. I thought Woolworths was going to do very well because it had been underperforming the retail market for a very long time. But it disappointed me. It didn't go according to my wishes. That was just a wish, wanting to see. Okay, let's first have a look at the first half of 2016. First half of 2016, we dropped 15%, 14.95% to be exact. Okay, we'll put our mark there. Let me check. 57. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's there around 55.57, around 55.50. Okay, the next target I'm looking at on this one is 50 bucks or 50.25 according to my long-term time frame. I still expect to see the price of Woolworths coming down to 50 bucks before I can expect any sellers, any sellers to stop putting any pressure on Woolworths. For now, Woolworths is still under a lot of pressure. Let's look at the monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, we have this area here. I'll show you on the line chart. There is a turning point that took place here around October 2017. I'm not going to adjust my line. I'm just going to put a second line there going parallel to my initial. Okay. The blue one is your monthly support. This was your support. 56 was your support. That's why every time the price got above 60, 59 zone, we said it was a buy, because I mean around that area there was some good support below the price, but that has changed. The price is now trading below its support. That support has now become resistance. That support has now become resistance. It has now become resistance. So 56, 56, 50, 57. I think that's where our resistance lies on Woolworths. 56.50, 57. That's where our resistance is at on Woolworths. Around that area, I think that's where sellers come in and start pushing the stock lower. Now, the monthly is saying sell. I think we all agree. Yes, the news. Well, I mean, the news will always be there, but I'm not really worried about the news on this one. I'm worried about the trend. If you look at the trend has been down since 2016. Since the beginning of 2016, the stock has just been sliding. So whether there are news or not, if you look at the stock, it's just going down, and it has been going down for a very long time. You could have made it yourself. I mean, bucket loads of cash, shorting MTN. Oh, sorry, shorting Woolworths. Check your weekly. Your monthly time frame is below the simple moving average. The stock is coming down. Let's now have a look at the weekly time frame. Let's do this. Okay, we've gone below this turning point here. Let me show you the turning point on the weekly. This is the turning point we're looking at. This turning point here, 56.55 zone was our support until we broke below that area. We went up. I mean on a testing the breakout. If the breakout there was reason, sorry, genuine, that breakdown below that area, and there were enough sellers around this area, which confirmed that this was indeed a breakdown. The price has actually broken out of that support. It's broken down, so we should now position ourselves to go in for more shorting on this one, pushing the stock down another 10%. Oh, okay, let me see. Can you still get 10% on this one? I doubt you can still get 10%. I think we can now get lower than that, because the stock is trading at 53.82. If you want 10%, maybe you can try and wait for 55 and push it down to 50 for maybe a 5 rand 50 or a 5 rand drop there. But we are below the simple moving average, below our support area around 55, 56 here, which is a good sign for those that are still short. Okay, 56, 50, 55, 50, yeah, that zone. We are still short, and we are below the simple moving average here. We are still short. Let me try and get the levels from the daily, see if I can get a different support area there, perhaps. Let's see. Okay, on the daily time frame, 53.80. On the daily time frame, 53.80, 53.76 is very important. If we get another close below 53.80, there could be a follow through very soon. We could find sellers running out of patience and going in numbers, pushing the stock down to 50 bucks, around 50 bucks. That's where I expect to see buyers coming back into the game and pushing the stock higher. Otherwise, there's no hope for Woolworths around that area there. Maybe we're still going to drop another 10% before we can say Woolworths picking up. Let me see if I cannot get any bullish, bullish, what do you call it? Bullish divergence. Okay, we've got a bullish divergence there. Let me show you. But I don't expect to see this playing out. I don't expect to see this playing out now, but my game is not to expect, is to follow what the market is doing. This point here is higher than where the market is currently at. Let me show you. We haven't made a 10 yet. Let's do this. Okay, look at this. The RSI is starting to put out a higher lows, or starting to 10, moving higher, and the price is still going down. So this means that there is a little bit of positive or bullish divergence taking place here. So I think there is a buy situation brewing here. I think very soon we're going to get the stock turning and moving up, but I'm looking at 50 bucks first. I would like to see the stock come down to 50 bucks, 50.25 before we can expect to see any meaningful move upwards. That's when I would actually want to buy this one. Any break below 50, I don't know how far down it's going to take us, but it could easily take us down to 40 bucks. But for now, I think we're going to get the stock pushing higher before. So coming down a bit to 50 before pushing higher. No, I'm not looking at 45. I'm looking at 50 bucks. Plus, we have that bullish divergence there on the RSI, and the price has been declining forever. So I think we are going to do well for a bit, but I expect it to drop maybe another 10% before we see any meaningful rise there. Don't know if any one of you holds a different view. Please let me know. Let's discuss it. Let's argue about it. If you think that you have a point to put across. Okay, guys, if you don't have any more stuff to look at, we can maybe stop our session here. If you still have more stuff to look at, please let me know. Sorry. Anyone is free to forward a stock for us to look at. If you have any stock that you'd like us to look at, you're free to do so. If you don't have any, yeah, we're going to call it a day at this point in time. Otherwise, you can just tell me if there isn't anything that you picked up from this. If you don't understand what we're talking about, you can just let me know that, Sihle, I did not understand. What were you looking at? What made you think all these shares or instruments were buys or sales? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, another one. I think that that I think is a little bit interesting. You'll tell me, guys, if I'm wrong. We looked at the rand a couple of days ago. We said our support was at 1340. We're expecting the price to reverse around 1340. That never happened, but 1340 is very important, as you can see it here. This is 1340. This zone here. The price came down there, 1340 on the rand. The following week, there was a follow through to the downside. The price came down. The next target we looked we looked at was 1315. We said around 1315 we can expect to see a reversal on the rand, and the rand started reversing there around 1315. Currently it's trading at 1332. We are looking at the price going up to 1340. Around 1340, that's where I think we're really going to see a showdown between the buyers and the sellers in this market. From there, we can expect maybe another drop back to 1315 until the market really decides what it wants to do. If it wants to weigh more on, well, I mean, or buy more of the US dollar and sell the rand, it will only be shown by a break above 1340 to the upside. If you get any break above 1340 to the upside, we could see the stock going back down, back up to 1385, 1390 levels. The next level I'm looking at, well, I mean, the first big number is 14. From there, 1410, and finally 1450, 1460. That's where I expect to see the rand maybe going forward, looking at the technical picture that we have in front of us. I'm not going to go into details and explain the levels and all of that. I'm just letting you guys know. Please have a look at it in your spare time and tell me what you think. You can come back to me with your suggestions. Tell me where you think maybe I got it wrong. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great afternoon. Thank you so much for taking your time out to Come and join our technical analysis webinar. My email address for those of you that have some questions, okay, see that quicktrade.co.za. That's my email address, guys. Thank you so much, guys.